Okay, kindly go ahead.
Okay, so Assalamualaikum everyone, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to the Champion Symphony. I am Ashish Shehbaz and I am honored to be Master of Ceremony of the evening. Thank you everyone for joining us. Tonight we will dive into some important conversations led by our esteemed panelists. And we will also hear from distinguished leaders who continue to inspire us. Let's make this session interactive and impactful. Feel free to chat in the comments throughout this session. To formally kick off the session, I am pleased to introduce TTM Azam Ali, our Program Quality Director, who will give out the welcome address. Please join me in giving a warm round of applause virtually to welcome DTM Azam Ali. Over to you, sir.
You're muted.
Sir,
All you're on mute.
Am I audible now? Thank you very much. Welcome, everyone. And I am very excited today. And I believe that you are also very excited because we are going to meet our outstanding members who brought extraordinary achievement to our district. District 122 was formed in 2019. And since then, we have not one, not two, not three. We have 5 international video speech champions. And in the poetry of Iqbal, I must say that नहीं है ना उम्मीद इकबाल अपनी कश्ते-वेरां से नहीं है ना उम्मीद इकबाल अपनी कश्ते-वेरां से जरा नम हो ये मट्टी तो बड़ी जरखेज है साकी mean Iqbal is not disappointed with his field. If it is little moist, this soil is very fertile. This legacy was started by our district director, DTM Zaid, in 2019, when we got the first runner-up prize by him. And followed by him, in 2020, we got the 3rd place in international video speech. In 2022 and 23, we also secured 2nd place by Toastmaster Anam. And in 2021, we did not have any place, but we compensated in 2024 by grabbing 2 positions, the 3rd position and the 1st position by Toastmaster Mahar Tanveer. And all of us know about our potential of the District 122, Pakistan. We have listened to the speeches of the international champions and the other district. And all of us believe that we are not less than any other champion in the world. And I believe that once we move to the world stage, our member the world championship, inshallah. And these videos, these were the club videos, not the district videos. So you can understand how well the quality of our club speeches are. So I encourage all of our clubs to share their videos for the international video speech contest to the Toastmaster International. There is a defined procedure to submit the club winning speech to the Toastmaster International. And let's target all 3 positions this time in the international video speech contest. So today we are all excited and we have the champions as well as esteemed moderators. And I'm looking forward to a wonderful panel discussion today. Thank you very much, and back to you, Toastmaster Aish.
Thank you so much, GTM Azam Ali, for such a warm and inspiring welcome. Next, we are honored to have our club growth director, GTM Ali Amjad, share a few words with us. Let's welcome him with great enthusiasm, GTM Ali Amjad. The stage is yours.
Thank you so much to the Master of Ceremony. Thank you to all these wonderful shining stars, the people who have joined. And I call all of you who have not joined, if you hear me, come to this meeting, this important session, this important talk where you will learn how the champions have been through. Championing anything requires championing here. So if you are aligned, if you win the mind battle, you are on the track to win and make the district proud. So I see great enthusiasm in attending this great discussion, and I urge all of you to get the most out of it. Here, all the speakers speak, listen what they give, advices they give you, and learn from the wealth of experience of years and years, because it is a chance that will might not return in this year. So I wish great success to the event organizer, all the panelists, and I look forward anxiously to the insights that they bring today. Over to you, Master of the Ceremony.
Thank you so much, GTM Nelly Amjad, for sharing your invaluable insights. Now, it's time to transition into the core of our session, the panel discussion. For this, I am delighted to hand over the reins to our incredible moderators. With their expertise and facilitation, I am confident we are in for an engaging conversation. So, our first moderator, DTM Sarfraz Akbar celebrates 30 years in Toastmasters, currently serving as president of Karachi Toastmasters Club, a five-time DTM and three-time World Championship of Public Speaking semi-finalist. He has achieved numerous accolades, including Toastmaster of the Year and completing all 11 pathways in 18 months. As a leader, speaker, and mentor, Sarfraz remains dedicated to excellence, aiming to keep Karachi Toastmasters Club presidents distinguished. Help me to welcome the OG, the one, DTM Sarfraz Nazir. So, our second moderator, TM Mazhar Hussain, has been a dedicated Toastmaster for the past 18 months and is an active member of Institute of Cost and Management Accountant of Pakistan Toastmasters Club, currently progressing through level 3 of the presentation mastery pathway. Mazhar brings 19 years of professional experience in the telecom and pharmaceutical industries. As an associate member of Institute of Chartered Accountants, Cost and Management of Accountant of Pakistan, he combines his expertise with the passion for growth and communication excellence. Join your hands for some virtual pauses in welcoming TM Mazhar Hussain. So, stage is yours. Over to moderators.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aisha.
Thank you.
And thank you, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, for joining us. We are honored to have with us 5 winners of the Toastmasters International Video Speech Contest. Until 2018-2019, most of the winners in the video speech contest came from Nairobi. And since then, the tide has changed. Most of the winners are now coming from Pakistan District 122. Our panelists include 2019 second place winner, distinguished Toastmaster Zaid Kalia, who joined Karachi Toastmasters Club in 2015. In 2020, Javed Bhatti, also of Karachi Toastmasters Club, took third place. He joined Toastmasters in 2019. In 2022, Anum Qadri from Karachi Toastmasters Club took second place. And once again in 2023, she took second place again. Toastmaster Anum Qadri, who joined Karachi Toastmasters Club in 2019, is one of the only 2 Toastmasters in the world who have won the video speech contest more than once. In 2024, our third place winner was Toastmaster Iram Rizvi. She joined Toastmasters 2018, a member of Quantum Leap Advanced Club and ICAP in Islamabad. First place winner was Toastmaster Meher Tanveer. She joined Toastmasters in 2020, and then after about 2 years, she left Toastmasters and then rejoined in May 2023. And within a year, she took first place in the video speech contest. We welcome all our 5 winners who have taken 6 places in the International Video Speech Contest. We'll be asking them questions about their speech preparation and their experience in competing in the speech contest. Each panelist will be given 2 to 3 minutes to respond to the question. Some questions we may ask all 5 panelists to respond, and some of the questions may be asked only a few of the panelists. The session will last about 90 minutes. And before I ask the first question, I'm going to hand the control of the meeting to our second moderator for his brief opening remarks. Toastmaster Mazhar.
Thank you very much, DTM Sarfraz. Really humbled to be here as a moderator. One more point that I wanted to highlight before we start. When the brochure was shared with us, have you guys or did you guys notice something really special in that brochure? The panelists, the 5 panelists, and among those 5 panelists, it was a really proud moment for all of us to see the diversity angle there. It is a proud moment for all of us indeed. Really great to see Toastmaster DTM Iram, Toastmaster Ranam Kadri, Toastmaster Meher Tanveer among the 5 members. And I was so happy and so proud to see these members shining at the world stage. So that was the real special moment for me. Also, I would like to highlight that probably in future, the moderator panel can also have 1 female member so that it is also, the strength is there in the moderator panel as well. Thank you so much again. Back to you, DTM Sarfraz.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mazhar. Over the years, I have come across many Toastmasters who express a desire to compete in the contest, but they're not sure if they should compete or whether they have what it takes to compete and win a speech contest. So my first question is, what inspired you to participate in the speech contest? What inspired you to participate in the speech contest? And I will begin with the DTM Zaid Kalia.
And it's a very difficult question because I'm the first one and the oldest winner. I'm rusty right now. So what inspired me to participate in the contest was my club members who gave me the strength when I gave Icebreaker, and they gave me the standing ovation. I know how what is the quality of my speech at that time, but even then they gave me the standing ovation, and everybody gave me the feedback that I thought that I'm the only one in this world who is the champion, and that excited me. And I was waiting for the contest to come in to participate. So before the contest, I started delivering the speeches, and I was getting the feedback, and the confidence was working on. And then there was a contest, and unfortunately, I was not qualified because you haven't done 6 speeches of CC manual. So I was surprised with this rule because I didn't knew that rule at that time. So I made it clear with myself that next time I won't tolerate any of these things, and I will be prepared, and I will go whether or not I win or lose. but I will go, and these people have inspired me so much that I was waiting for the contest to test my skill set. Back to Sarfraz.
Thank you. So it's a good idea for those who are wishing to compete to read the speech contest rules published every year by Toastmasters International. The same question, what inspired you to participate in the speech contest, Toastmaster Javed Bhatti?
Assalamu alaikum, fellow Toastmasters. Thank you, DDM Sarfraz, for this wonderful question. Actually, it was not something inspirational for me. In my case, I was rather pushed into it, and because I was a very new Toastmaster at that time. It was a very first international speech contest for me to participate in, and my mentors and my senior club members, they believed in myself more than me. So I was rather pushed into it, and they said you can do it. So before competing into the international speech contest, I did I made sure that I participate in every club contest. So this is very necessary. If you are aiming to participate into an international speech contest, make sure you go for all other speech contests that are happening, be it a humorous contest or tall tales contest. So I was on a winning streak already. So I participated in 4 contests and I won 3 of them. And at that time it was I was new. So that was a very big confidence booster for me. So coming into the club and coming from a background where I was not able to even speak, I used to shiver a lot. And going into the contest and winning the contest, it was a very big booster. So I was rather pushed into it, and the win, of course, it was a major contributor to my inspiration. Over to you, DT Sarfraz.
Thank you. What inspired you to participate in the speech contest?
Thank you so much, DTM Sarfraz. Well, needless to say, I think the entire D122 knows by now that I was inspired by DTM Talha bin Hamid, who initially pushed me, just like DTM Javed Bhatti said. Initially, yes, he pushed me into entering into the Toastmaster world because I was the introvert type that wants to or wanted to be loved, to be noticed. Yet there was something that was hesitant inside me and was keeping me back. This is what my husband realized, what DTM Talha realized, and I finally came into this world. Initially, it was really difficult because TM Javed Bhatti was always the competitor against me, and he wouldn't let me win. And every time I came back with a heavy heart that this time also I lost against him. But finally, there was a year when it was a biggest accomplishment in my life when I succeeded him. So thank you so much, TDM Sarfraz. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anum Qadri. And now the same question to Toastmaster Meher Tanveer. What inspired you to participate in the speech contest? Toastmaster Meher, please unmute. What inspired you to participate in the speech contest?
Thank you, DTM Sarfraz. Sorry, the internet bandwidth seems to have run a bit low there. I hope you can all hear me and see me properly now. There's no glitch. Thank you for that question. When I rejoined Toastmasters in 2023, I think DTM Talha is a common culprit here, that he invited me to become the charter president of WordWise. And I accepted, and it was, I think, one of the best decisions of my life. And then, of course, being the charter president, when we are in a leadership role, we have to lead from the front, as they say. So I really wanted our very first contest to be a huge success. And so it was very important that the president should participate in the contests. And so I motivated everyone, and they were like, "Are you participating?" Yeah, I'm like, of course. But then going on, there were so many responsibilities. Like I had a postgraduate course going on, personal responsibilities, and then work responsibilities that I almost nearly dropped out. And in fact, it was Toastmaster Amit Dudani, one of our club members. He was so enthusiastic about the contest that I said, I can't let my members down really. And so I said, okay, I have to get this through by hook or by crook. So I picked up, at first I picked up a previous pathway speech from one of my previous stints in Rawalpindi Toastmasters. And I looked for a mentor. And lo and behold, I found Toastmaster Cyril Paul, who had been a guest keynote speaker at our club. And district champion, double district champion of District 98. So I thought, who best, no one other is best to ask. So I took it to him, and very, very kind of him, so generous that he took out the time. He went through that, gave me feedback. And then it became clear that this speech was no good. So now we had, I think, just less than a week left for the contest. But still, I said, okay, no, I got to give it a shot. And he said something to me. He said, Meher, your story and your voice deserve a chance to be heard. So don't give up. Give it a shot. Do that. And so those words stayed with me. So I would really give a lot of credit to my club members and Toastmaster Cyril there. But yet, so where was the story going to come? So we have this amazing segment in WordWise called the Extempore Writing segment. And that very Sunday, I participated in that, and I just started with an adventure story. I realized that I had now about 3 introductions, and I picked one and I started writing. And but still, 3 days before the contest, we were having some trouble locking down role players. So I went to DTM Pella. I said, okay, I'll drop out. I'll help you guys, with the contest arrangements. He said, like, nothing doing. You participate and we'll handle it. So, these 3 men, they didn't let me, back out, and the rest is history. So I'm very glad that I was surrounded by inspiring people and people who believed in me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mehtanveer. And ATM Iram Rizvi, the same question. What inspired you to participate in the speech contest?
Thank you, DTM Sarfaraz, and thank you, Toastmaster Mazhar and panelists here. So I have nothing new to add. We had one similar, so I was from District 105. I had no idea of video contest. And while I shifted to Pakistan, I still remained a member of District 105. So while I was in Islamabad for almost 2 years, nobody knew I was around there. And I was still being a part. So I think the one who pushed me to be part of video contest is District 105, throwing me out that you need to be physically available in District 105 to compete. And while I started competing, and we have to take one choice after club level to select a district. So while I came to 122 in the very first year, which was in 23, DTM Talha bin Hamid. So it's him who actually said, remember Anam's speech was going on, we did all this. And so the rules. And he's the one who said to dream big, to look for the stars. And honestly speaking, winning or getting a position was never something that something that I thought that I could get. The whole idea was to experience a video contest in Pakistan and to see how, let's give it a shot and let's apply. So I think the winner over here is not us, it's DTM Talha bin Hamid.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Iram Rizvi. And it's obvious, in addition to the 5 winners of the video speech contest, we have with us honorary winner of the video speech contest, distinguished Toastmaster Talha bin Hamid, because you cannot discuss winning speech contest without mentioning his name. And I've heard many times from Toastmasters who are not sure what to talk about. They said, well, I don't know, what topic should I choose for my speech, especially if I'm competing in the speech contest. Toastmaster Anum Kadri, in 2022, you talked about your experience driving an old car behind a donkey cart, shifting gears, And then 2023, you talked about finding your identity, that you were known as someone's granddaughter, daughter, wife, but not you, Anum Kadri. So the question is, how did you come up with the topic for your speeches? How did you come up with the topic of your winning speeches? Toastmaster Anum
Thank you
Kadri.
so much, DTM Sarfaraz. This is a question that I think everybody asks. And for me, I think that the best way you can speak up, you can be expressive, you can show your emotions is by choosing a topic that you have gone through, that is your first-hand experience. And these were all my first-hand experience in different phases of my life. I think that is the key point to getting a good, writing a good speech, to giving expressions, to feel the moments in the speeches and the audience. So these are all different experiences in my life. In fact, the first-hand experiences in my life that I discuss, and I hope I come up with some more in the future. Yes, there is a drawback in that because in the end, everybody gets to know your secrets of life, whatever you have gone through. But then I think if you entertain someone and you give messages through your experience, it's a good cause. Thank you so much. Over to you, DTM Sarfaraz.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anum Kadri. A good topic would be experience marrying another Toastmaster. What it's like to be married to a Toastmaster when you are a Toastmaster. So same question to you, DTM Zaid Kalia. How did you come up with the topic of your winning speech?
So actually, first of all, I would like to add, as Talha has already mentioned in the message, so I'm now allowed to share it, that DTM Talha was there and we both were competing in 2019. So if he had won, then he would be sitting here with the trophy, but he is a common man. I think
DTM Zaid, it appears there's some internet issue, not able to hear. So I'll ask the same question, DTM Iram Rizvi. How did you come up with the topic?
Yes. So DTM Sarfaraz, when I have just done international speeches twice. One is on depression, one was on imposter syndrome. So both of them, when I was doing my depression speech, postpartum depression based on a friend's life, my mentor in Dubai, because that was the speech that won and went till division level in District 105. My mentor at that time did tell me that, do you really want to bring in your personal story or confuse the audience that is this really you? Because these are very tough, difficult topics. These are the topics that people, they don't like to share or associate themselves with because it makes them look weak. And that was the time when I agreed with Toastmaster Devjit, my mentor at that time, that I will bring in the topics that show that I'm weak, so people could feel that even weak people can reach to the stage and turn around their lives. I do not believe that I'm a success story. I'm still a work in progress. So therefore, I will continue, if I ever do international speeches again, and whenever, they will be the difficult topics that I usually won't tell people, but that might give some hope to the ones who are suffering, feeling that it's okay to share your weaknesses. So my whole idea of bringing my topic is more of a challenge by my mentor, which resulted in agreeing that, yes, I will bring in difficult topics.
Thank you, DTM Rizvi. I have over the years seen many Toastmasters perform some ritual or routine just before competing in the speech contest, especially at a higher level. For example, some arrive many hours before the contest is to begin and then they sit in a corner, visualize winning the speech contest, or they put on a headset and listen to music. My question is, what routine or ritual do you perform before a speech contest? I'll ask DTM Mayor Tanveer or Toastmaster Mayor Tanveer. Is there a ritual or routine you perform before competing or before the start of your contest?
Well, thank you so much, DTM Sarfaraz, and I hope one day I do become DTM, surrounded by DTMs. So because this was my very first contest, international speech contest ever, I wouldn't say I have really a ritual because, it has to be repeated. It has to be something common that we do. But both the things you mentioned, I did arrive early. I did stand on the stage. I did visualize. I did sort of go through the movements as everyone was having tea before our segment started. So I was, I moved around on stage because mostly I have performed online. Even when I joined Toastmasters, it was before COVID. I mean, we had a few in-person meetings, but then we all went online. And then after I left, I joined an online club, Emily, the Mosul Nodi Executive Toastmasters Club. When I came back, Wordwise is online. So my stage experience was limited. So I did do that, did the visualization, and I also had headphones in my ear before speech. I did that as well. And incidentally, I mean, just the day before my district speech, my throat had constricted. I had a really bad cough. So in between all the minutes of silence, I was unwrapping cough syrup candies and just making sure that I was gonna, keep lubricating my throat. Before the online speech, I did have two devices, like a backup device, like two laptops, and then I had charged two sets of mics the day before. And other than that, have water ready. Also, box breathing, it really helps. Toastmaster Verity Price has also recommended this. You breathe in through your nose 4 seconds and then hold it 4 seconds, exhale 4 seconds through the mouth, and then take a break for 4 seconds. That really helps in relaxing your nerves and actually bringing you into a good space in your body. It takes you out of your head. So I would recommend box breathing to everybody. It works every time. Every time I have to speak online, I do deep breathing.
Thank you for mentioning the deep breathing. And Toastmaster Javed Bhatti, same question. Do you have a ritual that you perform, or back when you competed, was there a ritual that you performed before competing?
Yeah, thank you, DTM Sarfraz. I have a very, very funny story to tell you, that whenever I used to deliver my speeches in KTC, this is the first time that I'm sharing here, and I don't know if I should share it. It is my little secret, but I'm letting it all out. I'm sure nobody would do this, but I'm just letting you know. If you can do it, it will work. So what I used to do, I used to shiver, and I had butterflies in my stomach, and my throat would dry up just before the speech. So I saw a video on TEDx that to boost up your confidence, you should do some exercises before going into that activity. So what I used to do, right before the speech would begin, I would go into the washroom and I would lock myself up and I would do some exercises. I wish I had that space to do some push-ups, but unfortunately, the push-ups I cannot do at that place. But I used to do some exercises. Then I would come back into the room right before my speech, and then they would call me onto the stage. So I thought, yes, this is working. So let's incorporate this into my speech as well. So both of the speeches that I participated in the international speech contest 2 times, and both the times I started my speech with some physical moves. So the speech that won, the speech that got me the video speech contest 3rd place, in that speech, I began my speech only for the speech to begin. And in the second speech, I began my speech with a haka, the Maori haka. the traditional dance. So this is my ritual. This is what I used to do. And there is one more thing that I used to do that I'm recalling right now. Whenever I used to participate in the speech contest, international speech contest, I would go to my mentor, Toastmaster Imran Rana, and he would treat me with a ande wala burger in Sadar. And if you can eat that burger, you can be sure that all of the nervousness would go away. So these are two rituals that I used to do. Apart from this, there was nothing special that I did. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster, before the speech. But if the contest is in person, when you come back, the bottom of your shoes, because if you do, that's what people will be looking at and not listening to your speech. Now, same question. DTM Zed, do you have a ritual that you perform before your contest?
Yes, there are different rituals, but one of the things which I would like to share is whenever I need energy. So what I do is I look into the mirror or camera phone selfie mode, and I laugh. I smile at myself, and that smile gives me the energy and nervous. Then I get the energy, and that energy is then transformed on the stage.
Thank you, DTM Zed. And now I'll turn the control of the panel discussion to our second moderator, Toastmaster Mazhar.
Thank you so much, DTM Sir. Really, really valuable insights from the discussion that we had so far. But first of all, I would request everyone to please give it up for DTM Talab bin Hamid again, because he was the common denominator or enabler that we have heard so far. Thank you so much, DTM Talab bin Hamid, for inspiring so many winning candidates and winners here. Also, one important point, I don't know, Master Javed, that ande wala burger from a specific area in Karachi will work, or the same burger from Rawalpindi, Islamabad can also work?
Toastmaster Mazhar, in my case, it only worked from a specific place. So you will have to come down to Karachi and catch up with Toastmaster Imran Rana.
Understood. Thank you so much. Thank you. My question to Toastmaster Anam Qadri, I will start with you, and Toastmaster Anam. We have heard that practice makes us all perfect. But the question is, $1 million question in my mind, how much practice do you believe is required for making a speech at this level, highest level? So did you do it for 70, 80, 90, 100 times, 5, 10 times, 15?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mazhar. Well, I think practice is something that you cannot measure for me, because the more you practice, the more you will gain expertise. First time you're practicing to memorize the speech. The next time you're practicing to work on your expressions. The third time you practice to make your expressions better. Fourth time it is to feel the expressions so that they come out on your face, in your body language. So the more you practice, the more you refine your speech, it's the more you move towards, you move a step ahead. So I don't think this is something that you can say, I practiced it 10 times, 15 times, or 100 times, because you know you are never perfect till the time you deliver it. Even then, you are not sure whether you delivered it to your best, because the best part is that you are never satisfied with whatever you do. And maybe that is the motivation that makes you practice more and more. So yes, once, twice, thrice is not enough, but go for more and more. It's always good to have a goal to set, something to look forward to, because that gives you the motivation to move forward and to win. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster Mazhar.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster. I would go with this, and I hope that I might and we might get some definite answer. Booty.
Okay, so it's very much close to Toastmaster Anam, but I believe the number of 7. I somehow believe you write your script and push yourself to at least have in script that you keep your writing, your storyline, your background, your description, your dialogue, just keep it better. So when you put a number in your head, you know that I have to keep trying it and challenge yourself. Okay, probably I got the best in the second script, but then when you read it again and you find a change, save it as version 3, and then you removed an incident, save it as version 4. Keep doing it for 7 times, and by the time you reach to 7, it would not matter. Habits come when you take things 7 times, then it becomes a habit. You eventually see yourself doing it for 7 months. Similarly, start recording, and this is what I personally do. I record myself and I put it on private on YouTube channel. And then I see myself on the big screen. So I play it up, I play it as if it's a speech, and I start evaluating as an evaluator. And I take a break. When I do this, I take a couple of hours, or I see myself the next day. Because at that moment, I'm excited. My heart was beat, even if it is a video recording. And when you put up a screen and you put it on selfie mode, it really puts you in a conscious position. So record yourself. And then there also, I would make sure that I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versions. Anam knows we do this trick. And with this, what happens? You compare yourself with your first speech, and then you see what you have done last. And you will notice that your performance would be 30 to 40% better than your last speech, because the performance actually takes out the real speaker out. So my tip is write 7 times at least. I envy and I don't promote those people who say, or I have thought of the topic and I have come for the contest, and they get 2nd, 3rd position. Even if you're doing it, I recommend don't say it. At least fake it for inspiration, because that is not recommended. Even in your office, when you don't go prepared, you can fake it a couple of times, but eventually people would know that you haven't prepared it, and nobody likes an unprepared speaker, because there is a respect that the stage expects from you. So write 7 times, record 7 times, evaluate yourself 7 times, and then number wouldn't matter. So that's my answer.
Thank you so much, Titi Amiram. Thank you so much for sharing all these details, kind of a secret recipe as well. But I think the fundamental point is that, and it is for all of us, for all the aspirants as well, that there is a lot of hard work behind that 7-minute speech. I mean, there are weeks and hours and hours and hours behind that. Would go with the same question towards the champ for 2024. Toastmaster Meher, how much practice did you do?
That's a very interesting question, Toastmaster. I would say I have countless hours of hundreds of hours of practice that way. As I have been teaching for 6 years. And then if you teach daily for about 5 hours every day, you're performing in front of a very difficult audience. I teach adolescents, teenagers, both girls and boys, and maths to boot. So to keep the audience engaged, it was a process that I had to learn iteratively over time, how to actually come to the level of the audience and to speak in their language and to understand their needs and their interests, and then to also be able to adapt, be flexible, and to read the room, as they say, right? Read their energy in the room. And then, of course, I would say that I totally agree with you that it's actually the tip of the iceberg. 90% of the iceberg is below water. So my public speaking journey actually began when I was I think 4 or 5 years old. That's the first time I performed on stage. I had my doll with the pink hair on by my side, and I was Miss Polly, and I was calling the doctor to save my dolly. And it was just, I was hooked from that time. And I would thank my mom for that she really always pushed me into extracurricular activities. And I would thank my school for that, the Beacon House school system, because they always encouraged students to, have a holistic development. So poetry competitions, essay writing competitions, speech contests, dramas, I've acted, everything. So all of that, it built up to the college level. Then, of course, in college, I participated in the national debates at GK, represented my university there, we pioneered the parliamentary debates team at FAST University, Islamabad. So all of that experience, it just kept adding and building and building and building. It's like I did read a quote once that if you give 18 minutes every day to your passion, eventually you will have built up so much, expertise and perfection that it becomes second nature. For an actual speech contest, of course, in school we used to practice a lot. So, and even before the district speech, my speech changed from club level to area level to division level to district level. And every time I was revising, but even before the club level speech, I was revising, and I was trying to perfect it till the last, as much time as I had. Because truly you want to give your best. It's not really about winning or losing, but it's really about giving your best there. But at the same time, it's also about having fun and also showing up and also participating, because you want to inspire others to take that first step, to take that leap of faith and not hold back. So even if you have constrained time, resources such as time, or maybe constrained resources in terms of mentors, or maybe a constrained experience, just take the plunge, because the actual experience of going through a contest, that itself will build your performance skills, will build your confidence. And as Toastmasters, we also believe that we learn by doing. So it's a philosophy, right? Practice as much as you can, because I did hear Toastmasters Ramona Smith, who's actually my icon, Toastmasters, the exact, the institution itself, that she had practiced her speech so many times that she has started hating her speech. And Toastmaster Verity Price also, although she is an accomplished speaker and she has been on the TEDx stage even before Toastmasters or during her professional experience, but she said that her sister had prepared her speech for a club contest and she had won, and Toastmaster Verity had lost that competition, maybe because of overconfidence, or it's like left it to the last minute. So yeah, I totally agree that you should give it your all. Giving it your best is really what counts, and sharing your message is really what counts at the end of the day. And keep going. Just keep giving.
Thank you so much, TM Meher Tanveer. For all the participants, I am witness to the preparation that was being done by Toastmaster Meher Tanveer, because जब यहाँ पर competition चल रहा था, and there were evaluations and table topic competition was going on, and Toastmaster Meher still had that paper in her hand and he was going through her speech. So that means practice आखिरी moment तक चल रही थी. Excellent. Same question, Toastmaster Javed. How much practice did you do?
Well, thank you, Toastmaster Mazhar. When it comes to practice, there is no such thing as too much practice. But all the other panelists have added their experience to it, that it's not only about how much time you spend into practice. See, I come from a pre-Chat GPT era, pre-COVID era. So my speech was done before that, So I spent a lot of time writing my speech, tweaking it, fixing it, shortening it. And when you spend so much time to write something that is coming from inside of you, you are practicing already in your head. It becomes a little easier if you have written the speech yourself, and if the speech is real and the speech is close to you. But as far as, so I spend a lot of time in writing and drafting